Good morning. You're probably wondering why the camera that's playing right now is on this image that's on the bed. This is my bed, and I'm pointing at right here. You see this right here? This right here is, I woke up this morning in pain after falling asleep from 7:30 this morning, about 7:10 or 7:30 this morning to about 11:28 this morning. So for about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, for about 4 hours, I was incapacitated right there, in that general area. And this is when I pulled over the cover. This is the image that was left on the bed. This is a head right here. Okay, this here looks like a Klan head, or it could be the head of Gabrielle Franklin, or the head of Duclairon, or it would be something that the police department from Portland police would have left behind, or the Klan would have left behind to let me know that somebody had been in here sexually assaulting me. If this right here is the head, and this is the back area, this is the bottom, this is the bottom, this is the buttocks, this is the back area. This right here is the front, and like a dog, this right here would be the arms, okay, and this would be right there is where the sexual organ is. Now take this here, this image, instead of facing this way, turn it this way, and imagine a person turn on top of, like a person on top of another, having intercourse. That's basically what this is. Or you can look at it as if it's like a Klan head. But this is what they left me this morning. They also left this before leaving. This ornament here that you see down here, the ornament was knocked down this way. And my arm was raised up. That was another clue that they left. And then a third clue was the pain here in my foot. There was pain all over the left foot here. All over the left foot there was pain, and there was pain here, as if I had been given a shot. Years ago, when Gabrielle Franklin and I, this was back in the 80s, when Gabrielle Franklin and I were living in Brooklyn, New York, they had given me a shot and broken the needle right here, and so that was another hint from this situation. So here, that's the first hint. Over there, that's the second hint, and over here is the third hint. Basically, that's the hint that either the Klan community or the gay community, the people that are assisting Gabrielle Franklin, have left me this morning. About probably 4:05, 4:06 this morning, the police department came in. Remick and what was the other guy's name? Remick and Perry. Perry was, the way his body is shaped, you know, his size. Perry basically is a representation of, I guess, the series of Duclairon. Sandra is a Haitian woman. I'm not sure if she's not my sister, but I think she might have married my brother down in Haiti. And the community has basically used her bodily shape to communicate to me. So they'll send guys who's shaped like this. You know, it's almost like they're stocky and they're big. That's who Perry was this morning, and he came with another officer named Remick. They completely denounced and denied the first incident that had occurred, which was basically a rape. they broke into the apartment like they do every single night. The window behind me here, if you look, right there, if you look, what do you see? All right? You see? It says 1. That's the wood right there. If you go all the way up, all right? There's one lock. There's the second lock. You go to the second window, and there's one lock, and then that wood right there is the second lock. So I keep the apartment pretty secure as best as I can. When you come into the kitchen, if you look here in the kitchen, this is what it looks like. Okay, so it's locked here. I put this here, right? So that if they try to open the door, they would have this against it. And then this is the third lock. So there's 3 locks in the front door, and then 2 locks in the on the windows. Earlier this morning, when Remick and Perry came, they basically denounced the fact that there was anything that they could take a report on. It became a fight. It became an argument. They would not accept the fact that somebody has been coming into the apartment and sexually assaulting me. When Perry and Remick came, Remick came over here. I'll show you. Came over here. This right here is the board that I use to do some teaching, or I'll use it for to leave information on it, like the information that you see right there. Okay. Remick specifically came to this board here. Lean on this. Did you hear that? Okay, that's what he did. All right. So the officer came, of the 2. One of them was white, which was the European one, and the other one was Hispanic. They knocked down this thing here. And I think it was a warning to me, because what was said to me in my mind is, this is what was going to happen to you. In other words, you're going to get knocked down. Okay, this is what they did to this here. I quickly came over. I was standing over there. I quickly came over and readjusted readjusted the wall, or this thing right here, and put it back up, because of a warning that this is what they were going to do. I'm probably going to have to do it later. I can't do it with one hand holding on to this telephone, but I adjusted everything and put it back. What am I getting at here? I woke up at 11:28 after they had gassed the apartment a second time and done this a second time. Yesterday, when they had done this, I went to the city hall and I filled out some paperwork. And this is a book here of what does it say? It says rape, abuse, and persecution, right, in Portland, Oregon, from LGBT, second-degree rape, RCW law, whatever it was. And this is from September 1st, 2013, West Shore Apartments, the streets of Portland, and all Portland establishments, and yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera. Basically what I did was, I produced, this is the second book of 2, of all the activities that have been going on in this apartment, everything that they basically have done. And so here's pages. Yeah. Here's page 313, page 314, page 315, page 316 right here, and then this is the sort of thing that they do. Okay. Here is Wednesday, Wednesday, October 2nd, 2013, I raped again the scrotum in pain, right? It was vaginal sex. My genital was left with a urine smell. The right thumb was twisted, left in pain. Left foot twisted, left in pain. They trespassed. There was no break in entry. They had access given to them, I guess. I assume that they had access given to them by management or staff. I was gassed, knocked out to fall asleep and not to wake up again. This time they had given me some sort of a dream. I was struck on the left foot, struck in the right hand. My scrotum and my genital was left in pain and was sexually assaulted. My right arm was hit. My right leg right here was hit, and then also at the bottom of the heel was also hit, and it was pierced. I was electrocuted for at least 7 to 10 minutes right here. Electrocuted for at least 7 to 10 minutes. Let's see. Pierced 2 holes in my Bible. They went into my Bible and pierced 2 holes, and what I did was I took tape and I taped where the holes were at. I'd show you, but it would take too long. Well, in any case, I filed some paperwork yesterday with this building here, right here. This is the office of the mayor. His name is Charles Hales of the city of Portland. This is I filed a grievance and concern to the city hall, and basically explained to them the history of the situation from 1981 to 1985. 1985 to 1990, 1991 to 1999, 99 to 2012, and then 2012 to 2013. And then after that, I gave them, and this is the seal, and then I gave them part 2, what the problem was, and I gave them 10 points. No one was believing my testimony, my civil rights, number 2 here, my civil rights and constitutional rights was being violated. So down I gave them 10 things that were problematic with the situation, and they let me walk out of that building. They didn't do nothing, and because they didn't do nothing yesterday, this is what it became today. Okay, this is what it became today. These officers have their own keys to get into this building, West Shore Apartments, and these officers are the same ones that are using gas to knock me out, and then they're opening that door over there, or opening the window over here, coming in through and leaving me this sort of thing. You understand what I'm saying? An old Haitian woman by herself is not going to be able to do this. An old Haitian woman who's her age, this is people that are trained. This is a Klan hit, Klan activity. I mean, it's people. If I could be so bold to show you here, I believe that the government and the police department is trained on this level. You understand what I'm saying? The government and the police department is trained on this level. Okay, they present themselves as police officers, but they also have knowledge and training like this. They sexually assault me as gays. They sexually assault me in my bedroom, and then they hit me. The hit is the piercing or the shots that they're giving to my body and leaving me in pain. They've been doing this for years. When I'm not cooperating with them, and basically when I'm not cooperating with them and going to taboo And evidences of me having to go to taboo is what you see right here. Whenever I go, I take something like a card to show that I have been there, as a testimony of the fact that I shouldn't have even been there, so that they don't come in here and do that. But this is what they're doing anyway. This is the group that I think that I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with the gay community, LGBT, and I'm also dealing with the Klan, in the form of the police department. And the person that they're using is Gabrielle Franklin and Guy Franklin. So they're having sex with my genital, but they're also flipping me over and having sex with my bottom. And then when they're done, they're hitting me. Okay. Now this right here is our government. This is the 113th Congress. I have no respect for this government. You know why? Because of what they've been doing to me for the last 15 years. It comes from this level right here. And it also comes from this level. I'll show you. This is the woman that they're using to sexually assault me. Her name is Gabrielle Franklin. You understand what I'm saying? Why would I spit on a photograph of the U.S. government? For the same reason I would spit on her. You understand what I'm saying? This woman is sexually assaulting me. And this man here, you all know who this is. This is the man who's also in the background assisting this entire thing. You would think that he was innocent, but he's not innocent. MacArthur. 3 times they've offended me since I filed the paperwork with City Hall, and 3 times they've hit me. You know what? This is un-American. This is not how people are supposed to live in America. And then considering me to be delusional. I'm not delusional when I feel pain in my leg and in my foot, and when you leave me subliminal messages like this. I am not delusional. I am not crazy. I'm not going out of my mind. But it doesn't make any sense to me that you would knock down my ornament, they leave me in pain, sexually assault me, leave my genital throbbing in pain, or as if somebody had come in, given me a blowjob, or masturbated me, or used their rectum to have sex with me, or their vagina to have sex with me, and then for me to just not report it to the police. I called 911 and reported it again. And what did they do? They do nothing. They have access into the apartment. If my conclusion of this morning's dealings with the police officers, Remick and Perry, is if they have their own police keys to get into the building, that means they're the ones doing it. They have access into the building. They're the only ones who would have access to gas an apartment. They would be the only ones who would get away with coming in through the door. If somebody saw them at the door in the morning, nobody's going to question them. All they have to say is we have a man in there and he's under judgment and blah, blah, blah. And, whatever for them to get in and out of that, out of this place. And I'm not imagining the pain, and I'm not imagining the cuts. I'm not imagining the sabotaging or the knocking down or this. How perfect is that? How perfect of an example is this? I'm not imagining it. It's right there in front of me. You only need a trained eye to be able to tell you and to explain to you what it means. A Klan person would be able to explain this. A gay person would be able to explain it from their point of view. What am I supposed to do? Lie and pretend that it didn't happen? I can't lie and pretend that I wasn't sexually assaulted and that somebody didn't come into the apartment and do this sort of thing. We're at Christmas 2013, and this is how they're dealing with me. That's such bullshit. I cannot believe that this is what this government is all about when it comes down to it. You understand what I'm saying? This is what it's really. It's sort of like, how can anybody trust this U.S. government? How can anybody trust what they have done? You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like it brings to light. The other day, yesterday, after they had done this, I ended up praying for about 2 hours because I had to just literally clean out my system of what these people have been doing. And they know that they have the advantage. They know that they can knock me out, do whatever they want to me, use my property, use my flash drive, use my work. You understand what I'm saying? Use my work and then keep going. This is a really, really bad situation here, and I don't see myself being delivered out of it anytime soon, because I'm having to go to the government when it's the government who's doing it. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't go to the churches because all of the churches stand with MacArthur, and he's their golden boy. He's their silver spoon, and nobody is going to doubt him, and nobody is going to question his or undermine his authority. Tom Pennington, who is an elder from Grace Community Church, sent 3 police officers, and I know they're going to be watching this video. Shame on you for not having done your job the first time, and shame on you for not having arrested MacArthur and Franklin and had dealt with this situation. I specifically told you what they were doing. I told you that they were going to come back again, and I called you when you asked me to if they had come back. And you did nothing, and here we are all over again. Here we are all over again with these same people doing the same thing. I mean, this is never going to get resolved unless you do your job as an officer, unless you do your job as a law enforcement personnel and go after MacArthur. If you're protecting MacArthur and you're protecting Franklin, this isn't going to get resolved. If you're babying them and acting as if they're innocent and what they're doing, there's nothing wrong with what they're doing, then we're basically, what's the point of having a constitution? What's the point of having a civil rights? Look at this here. 14th Amendment, right? Here, 14th Amendment, here are the cases of the 14th Amendment. Strander versus West Virginia, Clancy versus Ferguson, that whole case about separating blacks, separate but equal. This is it right here, the 14th Amendment. We are supposedly living under these constitutional rights. This isn't going to protect us. Look at what it says here: white only. Isn't that what it says here? Isn't that what it says there? White only, and then colored. Look, colored waiting room. The American government is acting as if this era and this period is no longer in existence. This is exactly what I'm dealing with here. This is exactly what I'm dealing with here, the discrimination against me as a minister. As a Haitian, I'm not even allowed to, as a Haitian, I'm not even allowed to be in their congregation. As a Haitian Cuban minister, I'm not allowed to be in their